Okay, good morning, Martin. Welcome.
Morning, Tim. Thank you, sir, as always.
You doing all right today?
Life's good. Like we were discussing earlier, I get to be inside for a little bit longer while the girls battle the terrible heat index outside. So thanks for having me.
Yep. Well, that heat index is nothing like it's going to be this afternoon, that's for sure.
I saw
It
that. Yeah.
it is crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyhow, I appreciate your time today, Martin. Uh, just want to chat with you as a vendor of the West DFW REI Group and Select Title. You and I have been working together for a long time, doing a lot of deals. And as we're going to go do another one too, as I just mentioned to you before this call. But uh, Select Title and you personally have been a vendor for quite a few years now. And as you know, it's really important to me that all of our vendors are taking good care of our members and providing, high quality services or products and, doing what they said they would do at the prices that they expect. So, can you tell the audience a little bit about what kind of work you do and how long you've been in the business?
Yeah, absolutely. Give a try to be brief historical background about me in the title business and practicing law. Um, got in the title business in 2006. So we're pushing 18 years now. It was 18 years in May. And I started working for an attorney at that time. It's called a fee attorney. It's a franchise model in the title industry. And that's how I started learning from the front desk all the way to running a title company myself. Um, so growing up in the fee attorney environment in the title industry really helped propel me to where I am today. So that was '06. Like I mentioned, I got my law license in 12. So that's 12 years already of practice as well. And in the interim, again, growing in the business, I always call it outhouse to penthouse. I know it from the ground up. Every aspect of the business also has helped me propel me here. So in 2014, a group of us started a company called Texas Secure Title. And as I continued growing and spreading my wings, I left to start another title agency called Simplified Title. Um, I decided to go on my own and not run an agency at the moment and go back to the fee attorney model that I grew up with in the industry. And the first outfit that I aligned myself with was the Magnolia Group. Um, we have recently selected to align ourselves with the Select Group. The CEO is a good buddy of mine, Brad Elder, and he and I have been discussing doing business together for the last 15 years, and we finally put it together. So it's come full circle, and that's who I am and why you might see a different label next to the vendor, but it's always been me. Like you said, you and I have been doing business together for a long time. I wish we knew the head count of the number of deals that we've navigated, but here we are.
And another important thing I think for the viewers here is that it's mostly the same team behind you. Uh, the staff you have there are highly experienced and been with you for many, many years for the most part. There's a couple newer ones, but the most part, you got a lot of experience out there.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. I actually was talking about it with the staff recently because one of them just celebrated 5 years with me. But I have folks that have been with me longer. Courtney, I think, is going to hit 10 years in January. Sherry's right behind her, pretty close to 8 years. So, yeah, I appreciate you pointing that out. The staff's very loyal to me. We have good clientele, many Tim Cooks out there that help us keep those doors open, but saying that because the staff has really grown along with me in the industry too, and they're doing a hell of a job. And thanks for acknowledging that.
You bet. You bet. It's you're in one of those businesses that you can't do it alone. Yeah, you got to have that team and that knowledge there and experience. So, yeah.
That's right. Can't do it alone. And we're at the point now where the staff is good enough that sometimes they want me out of their hair and they won't call me until they really need the attorney or, you know, something hits the fan and I need to get involved. So uh, that allows me to uh, be more active in groups like this to continue bringing more business in.
It it's got to be a good feeling to know too that you've trained them up. They got enough experience that they only bother you when they need to bother you. So that's good.
It is good, especially since I
That's
have a
good.
almost 3 year old and almost 6 month old. So I get to be more present with that too, knowing that the staff can
Yep.
take care of my people.
You'll be sending out graduation notices before you know it.
I know it. I know it. Emma's already a young lady, bossing me
Yep.
around and telling me what to do. So she likes the title industry. She might be running the business soon.
Yep. Well, cool. Congratulations on the little ones. They are cute as can be. So
Thank you. Thank you.
anyhow, do you have, a lot of businesses will offer, the vendors of the group will offer special offers, and I know in the title world it's a little different. But do you have any unique offers or selling propositions that you can
Excuse me.
offer the members of the group?
Yes, and you're right. In the title industry, there's over 700 title companies statewide. We
Wow.
cannot. Yeah, yeah. A decade ago, it was about 500. It's insane how many there are, but as you know, they're not all built the same. That point being, all of us have to charge the same rate for title insurance. It's not like there's a discount there. The changes come in terms of closing fees and then the differentiator, an attorney. In Texas, you don't need an attorney per se to run a title company, but that's been my differentiator. I can close the complex deals that people just flat out won't bother with, don't want it, and say no, and they'll call me. I have a lot of friends that are competitors on paper, but they'll send me business because they don't want to do it. So that's what I have to offer there, and I think the best would be um, mixing other avenues. My lane's real estate, you know that, but mixing other legal avenues to take care of everything turnkey in house, right? You bring me a deal like we have right now that might need to go to probate court, might not, but we're navigating it. We're going to get it to the finish line. A lot of my clients who buy and hold, rent, and unfortunately, this climate right now has a lot of defaulting renters. So I'm saying that because then I can go to court for you for forcible detainer evictions, and that's the turnkey that I offer, where I can consolidate a lot of the fees to keep it all in house, and it'll be seamless for the customer and the client every time if it's all under one roof and not closing a title company wide. But mag law, my firm is handling the probate case, right? It gets jumbled.
How about foreclosure? Are you doing those as well? Filing
Still do
foreclosure?
still do those. Every promissory note and deed of trust, loan docs that we draw in house list me as the trustee. So unless someone down the road then wants to substitute the trustee, it's going to be me. And I'm not seeing as many defaults on private money or seller finance. But yeah, if I need to, I, as a trustee, will go and foreclose. We had a interesting one last year with a well-known investor here in town that had an opportunity to buy a note, really good opportunity to buy a note. The note was defaulting because the initial borrower passed away, no will, no probate, shocker, and she had two heirs. So we tracked down the two heirs, served them proper notice. After we closed the purchase of the note, then they still weren't paying. So we initiated foreclosure proceedings and took it to the courthouse steps, um, the whole nine, finished the foreclosure. And then when he finally got title to the property, as we discussed so many times, title and possession are two different animals. Guess what? The next step was we had to evict. So we were back in court for a forcible detainer. So that was the whole gamut of what I have to offer last year. Foreclosure, um, I'm sorry, buying the note, foreclosure, forcible detainer to get the guy out. And guess what? There's another element, because after we were done with that, he asked me for a private loan, which I granted, and he actually just finished his rehab. So four prongs right there that I was involved with the investor, and It should list soon, and I think everybody will win here.
Yep. Good. 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 Good to hear. So, you've been with us a long time. You've stuck with us a long time, uh, and the membership, is obvious, has enjoyed your participation in the group. But, what made you decide to become a vendor of the group? And I guess, what encourages you to continue as a vendor?
Yeah, two prong there. I always enjoyed the business that you and I have still, but when we started closing together, analyzing the types of deals and put what effort you'd put forward to get the deal in the door, right? You establish rapport, trust in the community, in distressed sellers when applicable. And I love the deals that we were doing. So that's initially why I gave the group a shot. And the second prong is, you say it at each meeting. I say it whenever I'm teaching for you guys. We're in it for a profit. We do this and bust our tails to make a little bit of dough, right? And have fun in the process. And point being here, every time I attend a meeting, it seems like I will at least get a deal out of it. So more than pays for itself financially and time spent. And it's a good group. Yeah. Enjoy the people.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I try to encourage all the vendors, that they need to come as frequently as they can because of what you just said. You come, you get business.
Yeah.
And that
if you
doesn't
build it,
mean
they
it's
will
going to
come,
happen.
right?
Yeah. And it's great to have your name on the webpage, your company and stuff, and do this video and people can see it. But, people like to build relationship. They like to talk to you. They like to shake your hand. They like to be able to ask questions and get to know you. And that's important for all the vendors. And I guess that's kind of a different twist to it, but that's kind of what I would assume you would tell another company, another potential vendor looking at the group, right? Is that you have a captive audience here. If you have a service or product that's going to be beneficial to like-minded people, we're all real estate related in some way. Being a vendor of the group is a good idea, don't you think?
Yeah, you said it right there, relationship, right? Whenever you're making that approach with your distressed seller, whoever, to get the deal in the door for yourself, you're selling your team. You're talking about me, your title company, your attorney, etc. Yeah, if I see a vendor that will be part of that toolkit and be part of our arsenal, part of our team, then yeah, that's a slam dunk. And because you won't establish that relationship with them unless we have that frequency and trust built
Yep.
and rapport among everybody on the team.
Right. And another aspect that I don't talk about very often is vendor to vendor. There's quite a bit of communications and help between the vendors, not just with the members, but we have lenders that need title services. We have contractors. We have hard money lenders, private money lenders, conventional lenders. We have a variety of contractors in the group, so there's a lot of need and transactions that take place amongst the vendors and not just with the members of the group. So
Yeah, yeah, and you said it right there, vendor to vendor. But at the end of the day, you're present and establishing that trust, and people want to do business with you on the consumer end, right? Even the newbies, or when it comes time for a personal refinance, what have you. You want to be the man, and I want them to call Martin in his office to take care of it.
yep, yep, cool. So what's the best way for any viewers watching this video to get a hold of you?
I always encourage text, right? I think I did it the last time. I went to one of your Saturdays, and only one person reached back out, but we connected, and that's fine. But I welcome people to text me at 817-676-2173 so we can share business, right? Electronic business cards. Because like that day, I wasn't carrying my uh, physical business cards. So that's the easiest way to get connected with me and get a hold of me. Um, Emergencies, you need to get a hold of me or someone on my staff right now, and I am not available, then it's calling the office phone.
You want to give us that number? Although it is on the website for anybody watching this video. If you're on the group vendors page, you're going to see it on the right-hand side of the page. If you're on the YouTube channel, you're going to see it down below in the YouTube description. So you'll find it there if you need that. Martin, for some reason, we've lost your volume on this end.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect. Perfect.
Welcome back.
Yes, sir. So 817-768-3355. That's the office number. Like I said, anytime you need to get a hold of someone, me or someone on my staff, that's the best way right there. You can also find us at select hyphen or dash title.com. We're the Fort Worth team there. And then my legal website is texas dash or hyphen title.com. All of those sites have all of our information on how to get a hold of us.
Okay, cool, cool. Martin, I think that's a wrap. Unless you have something else you want to add, I think that's all I have for today.
I think that's a good wrap for Saturday. Thanks as always, and look forward to continuing to do this for another decade or more.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Appreciate it. You enjoy your day and the 100 to 110 heat index out there, and make sure you stay hydrated and keep the kids hydrated. And
Well,
we'll
I've been
talk to you
drinking
soon.
water the entire time, absolutely. But I am gonna blame it on you and say, oh, the meeting ran a little bit longer, so I could stay under this AC for a little bit longer.
Yeah, you go ahead and try that. All
Have a
right.
good one.
Thanks
Thanks,
again for
Tim.
being a trusted vendor of the West DFW REI Group, and look forward to our next deal.
Thanks for the platform as always. We'll see you at the closing room.
Have a great day.
Take care.